Every lesson in everyday math includes different things that you can use to supplement your learning. One of the things they have is math boxes. Math boxes are a great spiral review. There are a lot of questions on math boxes that, if you look, can kind of be repeated later on in the unit. So if you're working on unit 1, you might have a few math boxes that are almost the exact same format. That is on purpose. What we usually do is we use the first one as I'm going to teach you and make sure you remember the spiral review. 2 or 3 days later, it's going to pop up again as a math box for you. That is where you maybe can have them work with a partner, or you can even take part of it as a grade. Later on in the unit, it will give it to you one more time, and usually that's the one, at least for me, and I know for some of our other math team members here in the district, we would use as a grade to see if the kids were understanding that spiral review, to see if they were understanding the skills that we had taught previously between the last year or maybe earlier this year. It's a great opportunity to see and gauge how the kids are doing on skills that you've taught already. And then lastly, you're going to see a Homelinks on the very bottom of this page. It does have a little quick snapshot of Homelinks. The Homelinks are your nightly home workbook. Basically, there are a couple of options for you, and I will tell you, one option that you have is to send that book home. Kids tear out the page when they get home and they bring it back the next day. That is a choice that you can do. Kids can do well with that. Sometimes they do well with making sure they bring it back, and sometimes they don't, and that's okay. Another option that students in or teachers in our district, I can speak for myself specifically, I would keep that Homelinks book in my classroom. I want to make sure that I give them their homework every day. I want to make sure they actually are physically taking it home and keeping it. So what I would do is I would tear out a week's worth of homework and send it home on Monday. That way they have all week to get it filled out and finished. That is a good idea, especially with our 5th graders who are pretty active. They were in sports. So this would give them an opportunity to plan their week out a little bit differently. Maybe they have volleyball on Tuesday and they can't do Tuesday's homework on Tuesday. So they just do extra homework on Wednesday instead to make up for it. That is something that is a personal preference. It is up to you, however you want to handle it in your classroom. Remember, Homelinks is meant to be as extra practice. The more practice they have doing these skills when they get home, the more they retain the information. So use it however you see fit and whatever works best for you. If you want advice or suggestions, you can ask any of your math team members in your building. You can also ask your math reps. Feel free to reach out and ask Emily McLean or myself as well. We were the ones that made this presentation, and I know we both kind of do things differently, and it's okay because it worked for us.